Paul Seixas is going all out, Ruben. Paul Seixas has come forward without any hesitation. He's giving it everything. Let's see who tries to follow him. Juan Ayuso is trying to keep up with Paul Seixas there, my dear Ruben.
No, incredible. Look at that, 6 kilometers, and he went at 6. Seixas, exactly. There comes the combination, the play on words. Seixas is attacking just like Pogacar. He took off the new phenomenon of French cycling. 19 years old, Ayuso couldn't catch his wheel. He gets dropped there. He loses 1, 2, 3 bike lengths. There's confusion in the group because no one can stop this guy because he attacked so early. There's not a long descent to the finish line. Anyway, Cesar.
He attacked with 26.5 to go. 26.5 he went. Paul Seixas attacked. Primoz is reacting. Roglic, Juan Ayuso couldn't keep up with him. Anyway, and he's coming back. And he gets on the bike, or rather he stands up on the bike because he's been riding since very early. But does he get up on the pedals? And the gap keeps increasing, Ruben. It's already 11 seconds.
Look, just like Pogacar, but this one looks back a lot. Pogacar doesn't look back that much. He starts doing his thing and begins to look at the bike computer to see how many watts he's putting out. You just look at the little dashboard. My son, Paul Seixas, is the leader, the Lion of Leon, as Mr. Samuel Zamora has named him here, and he broke away solo. There's a small reaction from behind. A few survived. 1, 2, 3. Not many made it through after the dust settles. Now, when we were talking about the devouring suit from Puebla, here he put on the suit of lights, the race leader's yellow jersey, the Lord. The Frenchman, he's very close to his homeland too, because here are the borders with France, with the Gallic country. He's catching riders. I'll leave it there. He's picking up. Look at him on the right side. Lucho, I'm listening to you.
All right, he caught up to Ethan Hayter. He caught up to Raul Garcia Pierna, to John Bauer Garcia Pierna. He just glanced at him from the side and kept going. Now he looks at John Bauer, the bald guy, and says, no, but what is this, my God? And he's gone off on his own. Yes, he looks back a lot. He'll definitely have to improve on that. There's John Bauer trying to keep up with the pace. Ethan Hayter is coming out, but in the end, he can't keep up with the pace. The pace he's keeping, 25.5 kilometers to the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, conquering the mountain, here is my dear Edwin Matamoros.
Yes, what surprises me is that there was no response from Emirates. I don't know, I found them very passive. The response from Emirates, beyond the presence of Del Toro, of McNulty, but there was no response from Emirates. Over there, Ayuso tried. He couldn't keep up with Seixas' pace. Roglic is there in the back, also trying to set a pace. But what surprises me, or maybe they're pacing themselves, Samuelito, both Del Toro and the Emirates team, trying to look for that surprising move. There was a response from Emirates' pace, but what's surprising is that there wasn't from Emirates.
Putting Lipovic in front to try to set the pace. Lipovic went to the front to try to set the pace. And there's Del Toro, who's alone. Lipovic is coming with Primoz Roglic, and let's keep an eye on that. There's 1 kilometer, 800 meters left to reach the top of the climb with Paul Seixas in front. The gap shows 52. I still think it's not that much. Will crossing the finish line give us the go-ahead? Yes, they've made contact there again. Champuza also came back after having dropped off momentarily. To the small group at this moment, my dear Ruben.
Does he make them suffer? In this last kilometer, he went back to the front after taking a break. He went to the back and came back with his jersey unzipped. And traditional pedaling demands a lot on this slope, because we saw the leader, Paul Seixas, nodding a little, falling apart on the bike, the fragile frame of his bicycle. And Toro moves off, looking back. How many did we leave behind? They've suffered. Only 3 came, and I think just 3 are still holding on. He must see them clearly now. Trailing behind, Don Lucho, Escobar, Sanchez, Torres. 2 more are going to join. I don't see the Astana riders here. Maybe Elita has been left behind. Same with Harold Tejada in this group, where Mikel Landa is still trying to catch up. Of course, go ahead.
Yes, there's Hugh de Broek from Movistar, who I think has done a great job. He's always been solid and dependable, and from...
The Astana riders are struggling at the back, Lucho, I think. Ruben.
Yes, there they are. Mikel Landa, Harold Tejada, and Higuita, they're the ones struggling. A little bit behind. That's how the race is. Paul Seixas is up front. Then 5 came together now. Isaac Del Toro, Primoz Roglic, and Lipov. There were 3. Isaac Del Toro, Hugh de Broek, and Mr. Ion Izaguirre. And now Roglic caught up to him. Primoz Roglic caught up, and that's how they ended up. Isaac Del Toro and Primoz Roglic. And Lipovic came along.
Lipovic came along.
Careful.
Aha, Red Bora, watch the attack. It really looks like, let's see who shows up here. In the back, Isaac Del Toro is falling behind a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Lipovic was coming, Roglic was coming, and he stayed back there, right? In the group.
Yes, here he comes with Isaac Del Toro, Roglic.
Here he comes. Yes, yes, yes. This group is great, ladies and gentlemen. It's a plan. How old is he? Florian, who is the only one who stands up to the 19-year-old guy, Florian. I think he's just over 20 around there. 15, 25. Oh, right, he's 25. That's the minimum. Velasquez, let's see. Open up. The door to an upset is opening. Oh. Don't try to cool off with beer. Come on inside. Cool, very cool, handsome, looking good. Paul Seixas, the man who's going to celebrate. Let's see what style he's got. He's picking up his own style to celebrate like Jonas. Vingegaard, not yet, since he's still very young and doesn't have a family. In the Pogacar style, let's see. Pogacar taking a long bow, right? He lets go of the handlebars and bows to the audience like an opera singer. And let's see how he does it, how Paul Seixas celebrates. Don Luchito Escobar is already going to appear for him on the straight behind. The group we've pointed out, the group, let's call it the Johnny Seguire group, to pay tribute to another very veteran, great rider. Turning right, here comes the final push, Lucho. Let's hope we don't lose it. I'm listening to you, Lucho.
There it is. There is the climb. The climb is starting. The climb is starting. Watch out. They're going to get into position. Matias Esquimol in the overall standings. Florian Lipovic, who could be second overall. Florian Lipovic. Alex Baudin, who is going to move up in the overall standings. Udebrug will do it too. Harold will do it too. Tejada could get into the top 10 today, depending on how things are going here. So this is really good. We're entering the last kilometer, Ruben. It's Higuita who's facing the Brixia head-on right now. He moves up front right next to Primoz Roglic and Isaac Del Toro with that small group, but there's nothing to be done. Here is Paul Seixas, this other wonder of the world, already shining with his own light. That yellow that lights up the sky, he tells me, this is German Ortegon. May 20th, 21st, and 22nd, the Fusaka Suga Classic. So everyone stay tuned. It's an excellent race. Here comes the group, led by Esquimol. They want to increase the gap, but they're not too far away. They're only 10 seconds behind, and they can catch up. Let's see if Isaac Del Toro wants to break away. They're holding him, and Higuita's doing the work now. I turn around and stick my head out of the hatch a little. I look up, and he's already definitely in the human funnel. Ruben, I'll hand it over to you. This angelic cyclist, Paul Seixas, dressed in yellow and petroleum, golden petroleum, Ruben.
The Easter eggs made here in the legs of this rider. The Frenchmen they were waiting for, they waited a long time, they were patient, and it seems that here comes the man of determination. He broke away 26 kilometers from the finish, no one stopped him, and he went solo. Like a true prince, he cut off everyone behind him, leaving Isaac Del Toro and Udebrug out of his wheel. Here come two Colombians who are also going to make it into the top 10 of the standings. Harold Tejada with Sergio Higuita hanging on as well. Tomorrow features another mountain stage. Let's check it out. This is really good. The race is entering the Baranda zone, and the gap isn't very big. Udebrug is making the move for Movistar. Back there, trying to chase Paul Seixas. Seixas has already gotten in. Among the crowd, the smell of the crowd for the great French champion. 12 kilometers, the chase continues. This happens very rarely, 19 years old. He doesn't stop pedaling. The effort is enormous. He's at 500. He stands up on the pedals. He's going to take the last turn. He's at the tip, 164 kilometers. Seixas seems to be the new messiah, the one who brings new fortune to French cycling. And he finishes, he wins, he lets go of the handlebars, he grabs his helmet, and the victory is his. Udebrug is coming in. Attention, together with Johnny Zaguirre, the second group, fighting. I'm listening to you.
Here he comes. Here comes Sian Udebrug. Attention, the stopwatch is showing the difference. What's the kilometer time? There are still 500 meters left for Harold Tejada, who has dropped back. Harold Tejada has dropped back. But here they come. Champuzan is coming with them. Higuita is coming with them. With Sian Udebrug, Primoz Roglic is coming. Zaguirre is coming. Baudin is also coming. They're about to enter. Eskimol, who wants to get a time bonus, enters, and 6 seconds and 4 seconds still available as bonus seconds. Sian Udebrooks is making his move. He's the one pushing the pace forward. They're approaching the last 200 meters. Here comes the Movistar rider. Udebrooks, Sian Udebrooks, Eskimol. What a great battle for second place for the bonus seconds. Here they come into the final curve. Movistar is coming with Sian Udebrooks. Let's see if anyone comes out from there. Nothing yet. Still holding on. Lipowitz is in front. Eskimol comes in, taking the curve. Now the counter curve. Last 25 meters on the inside. Eskimol, then Lipowitz was coming in. That was the bonus. Second place for Eskimol, third for Lipowitz. Sergio Higuita is coming in. The group is coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, Sedway time.
Del Toro, wait a moment, Edwin. Let's wait for Del Toro, a friend of Higuita, who was coming with a Colombian, with Harold Tejada. The pair is coming. Both of them are coming in, crossing Isaac Del Toro. There are waves, and the difference is, please, Edwin Matamoros.
The small group with Eskimol and Sian Udebrooks came in at 126 and was about 143 down. In relation to the stage winner, the rider Isaac Del Toro then, 4 hours, 11 minutes, 48 seconds, 4 hours, 11 minutes, 48 seconds. The victory of Paul Seixas at 126, the small group of Eskimol, and Isaac Del Toro is 143 down. Is Lipowitz going to move into the top three? Watch out. Lipowitz is going to move in there, at least second in the general classification.